Hi ladies, I wanted to show you how to do this butterfly and ombre glitter using Passion nail polish. It was all a dream. Twisted lacquer, all that glitters. And from Soothing Soul, Road Rages, and Showgirl neons. So of course you're going to paint your nails with Passion nail polish. It was all a dream. Next, you want to find a plate with a small butterfly that will fit on the nail. Oh, this one would not work because it's solid. You need something with some laciness and some open spaces. You're just going to take a gold polish. Scrape, pick up. I'm going to take off the excess little things that picked up over there. Oops, a little extra. Okay. And then you'll just aim right through there. Lay it down slightly off center if you can, because this is going to actually be a drop shadow for you. You're just going to want a hint of it to show through when we go again with the black. I'm going to clean my plate and then we'll stamp in black. Now you can see here that I have picked up the black butterfly on the stamper, and instead of putting it directly onto my nail, I'm going to color it in with these pretty polishes, these neons. Just gonna do it very, very simply for you. You can get as fussy and complex as you want. Some people like to use a brush, but I like to use these little dotting tools. And you're trying to just float this on the top and not touch down on the black stamp itself, because you could smudge the black. We'll go again with a little bit of pink here on the bottom. That was Road Rages by Soothing Soul Nail Lacquer. We'll go here with Showgirl by Soothing Soul Nail Lacquer. And then what we're going to do is let that dry. And then I'm going to back paint it to make sure that the neon pops, because we're using such a dark color. If I was doing this on a white or soft pink, I wouldn't even bother, but I am going to go with the white polish just right over top as soon as that dries. I'm going to paint the back white for you. This I generally do with the brush, but you could also use a dotting tool or a separate brush that doesn't come in the bottle. And what that's going to do is just make sure that these colors are extremely, like, the most vivid that they could possibly be against this dark color by Passion nail polish. So this also has to dry, and then we will just stamp it right over the gold, just offsetting it the tiniest little bit, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So what I'm trying to do is allow this time to dry, set up, but not dry completely. If you do leave it and you know that it's completely dried, you might want to go over the nail with some kind of little clear coat over the nail, so that you do have something tacky to stick to. I know this polish actually was just put on tonight, so it's the foundation color is somewhat tacky still. So what I'm just going to do is reconstitute this with the moisture from my breath, actually. If you do it too soon, it will be too juicy. So you can see I've just allowed the tiniest bit. Let's see, my camera won't find it. Here we go. I've just let the tiniest little hint of gold show through on that side. And I've waited just the right amount of time to get the entire stamping to go down. And I quite like that. So now I'm going to show you how to do the ombre. And there may be different methods for this. We'll just have to see what you think. So all that glitters from Twisted Lacquer. First thing I'm going to do is try to get as much as possible off using the neck of the bottle, because I really just want hints to build with. And I'm just gonna barely kind of touch down, even maybe just using the side of my brush to dab. Then I'm gonna load up my brush a tiny bit more. I'm gonna start at a lower point. I'm sorry, I didn't even do that for the camera here. I'll do it again on this one. Okay, so I want to get completely pretty dry brush. Just kind of start midway. Just kind of dancing on the tiniest little layer. Okay, and I'm going to pick up a little more polish, brushing a little less vigorously, and just go start down a little bit lower. Then what I want to do is load it up quite a bit more and just start. You can see I'm just dabbing down now at this point. And then what I want to do, you can turn your brush so that you can get a little more random with it. Okay, I'll load up a tiny bit more. I'm going to just dab along this line so that the tip is very heavy with the glitter. Might just smooth it back a little bit. A little more there. If I feel like I need to go a little higher up with just some hints. Just barely touching down. I can do that as well. So let me finish up this one. Just kind of build on some layers. Now to tame this glitter, it's quite a chunky glitter. Pieces of it are quite chunky. So what I would suggest for a top coat on this is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel top coat. It's 2 times the volume, so it's very plump and you can get your top coat smoothed out. If you don't mind the texture, the high texture of glitter, then you're going to be just fine the way it is. But if you want to make sure that all of that is very smooth, then I like this one. It's very juicy like Seche Vite, but without all the shrinkage. It doesn't always say 2 times the volume, but just make sure you're using 101 top coat. It doesn't always say step 2 either, and you'll be just fine. I will give you a quick hint about that. You can usually pick these up at Ross in a little dual thing like this for $3.99. And I find these pretty frequently at my local Ross, so you guys might check that out, because I believe that these are close to $8 a piece at Target. So at $4, this is pretty good value. So thank you guys for joining me. Watch for Passion Nail Polish, Twisted Lacquer, and Soothing Soul during our Raise the Bar Indie Group Buy. That's going to be July 11th through the 14th at polishitoff.ecrater.com. Thanks, ladies.